welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play series. This is Boomer, and as always, I am your host. I wanted to bring you up to speed from last episode. We did a little bit of work. We were talking a couple episodes back about how, we have a visitor. We have an unwanted visitor. Where is my friendly little... There she is. About how we were going to connect this base out to the farms. And let's see if this guy's going to play nice or if he's going to play dirty. Looks like he's playing a little bit of both. There we go. Okay. So we want to be able to connect the farms to get underneath here and be able to come right to here versus having to fly to the top and take a path down. And the other thing I talked about doing was changing the mixture of farms here, where I initially had 3 pumpkin, 2 melon, and 2 sugarcane. And I have since changed it. I did take out one of the melons. I had 2 double chests of melons, I mean, within just 5-6 hours. So it was clearly way overpowered. So now it's 2 pumpkin, 1 melon, 4 sugarcane. And at some point, I'm probably going to take one of the pumpkins out and make a sugarcane. We'll have to see. So this is the walkway we've put together. We've make sure the floors are nice and even. We've given it a solid baseboard, a little bit of crown molding, and some lighting from above. Yes, I know this area totally needs lighting. And I'm working on a couple of ideas. This isn't critical because this is a bottom slab. Mobs can't spawn on there. He spawned on my crafting block. So I'm going to take this out. 99% of the mobs are getting in here because I still have this open on half the side. And so what we're going to do is, first we're going to go sleep and turn it to day. And we're going to go around and build our wall just to enclose this, so there should be no possibility of a mob spawning in here. And even if it does, it can't survive the fall anymore. I know I have one block near one of those at the end of the line for overflow protection that I have to put a light on, a torch on, or something. But other than that, everything is bottom slab or has rails on it or has redstone dust on it. So we should be good to go. So let me go ahead. I'm going to sneak out here first. And we're going to get some sleep. Okay. Is it going to let me back? No. I forgot I moved my warp up there. So my shop is now up on top of that. I moved all the shops up. All right, so we're going to take this up. Let's see, go here first, right? There we go. And that will allow me to do that. Okay, so we're going to do this with you guys because I want to talk about the live stream from Mojang that hit today. Hopefully some of you have watched it. And I got to tell you, historically, Mojang has rushed a lot of stuff out into the field, whether it be updates, whether it be minor or major revisions, new mobs, new blocks, new functions, features, mechanics. And I get it, I don't expect you to get everything right on the first crack. And they need to do, I still think they need, I know they've upped their testing game. I still think they need to up it some more. In addition to, I think having the community, first of all, I thought that was a great idea. Having the community be a part of the testing process. But I think they could still do a little bit more testing before they let stuff out into the real field. Now, having said that, I was happy to hear that this update isn't scheduled to come out until spring or summer of next year. And what that's going to give is enough time to do this right. Because there were so many new mobs, new cool features and functions. I was just telling a number of players on the server here that after watching it, I gave the whole update design about an 8 out of 10. The two things, and I'm really picky. It's really hard for me to, really say, hey, I really love something that was done. I always think it could be done a little bit differently, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But my thoughts were The new mob that won, I thought was kind of ridiculous. I don't think they put a whole lot of effort at all into the mob creation, and when it went to the vote, I just didn't see any effort. I thought they put 10 times the effort into the mob creation for their update. That clearly, with the new mobs that they're talking about putting in, they really put a lot of thought and effort and time into it. So why not put the same amount of time and effort into the player selecting mobs that are going to get added to the game? A glowing squid, another cow, and I forgot what the third one was, but they're all variation on the other illager from the Ice Spikes biome. We already have all of those mobs in, and in most cases more than one version of them. Why add another one? It's not going to give you anything game-changing or unique to the game. So to me, the glowing squid, okay, yeah, I'm going to be able to see him underwater. To me, that was a complete failure. I gave that a 1 out of 10. I thought that was pretty pathetic, that that's all the effort that could go into it. Versus the deep cave mob that, and I forgot what they called it, I think it began with an H, that all-powerful underground boss mob. That was really cool. Very strong. It's going to be much harder to fight. And that was with netherite armor. And they had a hard time defeating it. And actually, I think it got the best of them. So, you know, like I said, the lack of effort on the player-selected mob process was very sad to see. However, the cave update, if you didn't see it, it's called the Cave and Cliffs update. And again, the amount of effort that went into this one, 10 times the effort that I think I've seen go into previous updates. Whoops, might help if I hold on to my pick. I didn't break something, did I? No. Okay. 10 times the effort. I thought that the design of the caves were much cleaner, much more natural, much more aesthetically pleasing. The fact that you could swim underwater from one cave to another and there was a water line that wasn't at sea level, I thought that was great. So there's some very unique stuff that went into that. I know there's that new redstone thing that they were looking at. I think that was part of Bedrock. You have to forgive me, I missed just a few minutes of it. So if I'm wrong, just ignore me what I just said. But there's a ton of new features coming on. And this one I'm going to be excited for probably more than the Redstone update, and probably even more than the Village and Pillage update. This one, like I said, I think really, has much greater potential than any of the previous updates that they've done so far. So when snapshots start coming out, I'm definitely going to start. I'm definitely going to start playing inside the snapshots. Even though this world that I'm playing on right now is on a Blue Mythos server, no intention of leaving this at all. Are you kidding me? 3 months just to get to this point. So even if I have to start just like a quick, not a let's play, but a tutorial or an update, whatever you want to call it. I know a number of people do it. But if you did watch it, I'd love to know what you think. Down in the comments below, I know there's a whole lot of people that watch this, but if you are one of those, I really would want to hear what you thought, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, what could they have done better, and what are you looking forward to out of it? Like I said, there's a lot of really neat stuff going into this update. So if you haven't seen it, why am I not taking damage? I'm sure somebody has already restreamed it, if not Mojang. You could try going to the Minecraft.net website, take a look there, and see if the restream is available. If not, like I said, give it an hour or two. I'm sure somebody's going to have it up on their channel. Please be sure, if you're the one who does, that you give the legal credit to Mojang and you don't take credit or ad revenue from it, as that's legal. Anyway, so I'm going to keep working on this. I'll get this well up, and then we'll get started in our project. All right, guys, so we're going to get started. So we've shown you the tunnel already, and we have to build 8 total tunnels that go back and forth. And to go in and get just to provide a safe walkway from the farm area out to each of the towers and back underground, so we don't have to worry about mobs. Now, we've, in theory, mob-proof this entire area with all bottom slabs and all blocks lit at 7 or above. Now, it is possible a spider could crawl its way over the wall, and we'll have to deal with that if it's going to happen. We've got 2 thoughts about lighting down here, and that's not what we're going to do today, but I just want to kind of put this out there, see if anybody's got ideas. Our first thought was to use the iron bars and hang them down to about this level, and then put either end rods or lamp or some kind of, like a 5 bulb chandelier. My other thought was to change out the bricks, a 2x2 or 3x3 walkway that would work its way around here, a smaller circle, where we would put another half slab down and then either a glowstone or a sea lantern block and another half block on top of it, so mobs obviously wouldn't spawn. Well, they wouldn't anyways because of the light level. And path that around. I want to get rid of the torches. I want it to look a lot nicer, and that's a future episode. For now, though, we're going to start building these. So on the northwest, east, and south, they're going to look like this. On the angle, it's a little bit harder, and I've gotten started here just a bit to show you what we're having to deal with. This is going to take a lot more work to get these in, and not only just in, but so that they look nice too, and that they flow with the grounds. Trying to create these has not been easy at all. And each one has got a, whoops, I suppose that'll work. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yep. 2 and a little bit more. There we go. So on each side, we're going to have this little bit of a walkway. Let's see if I can put this other one in here. 2, 3, oops, 4. There we go. 2, 3. Oops. Do you love when you do stuff like that? Okay. So we're gonna break this one, this one, this one, and we gotta punch that black concrete out too. But just to give you an idea of what we're going up against here, building at an angle is so much harder than it is on a straightaway, and it gives it a different view and a visual to it. And that's what we're trying to fight our way through right now. So let's get rid of this. Ooh, it's dark time. Let's punch a hole here. Oh, creeper, not good. I didn't invite. Who invited? Uh-oh. Let's go home and sleep. Let's go sleep. Okay. Hopefully that took care of our friends. So as you can see, and then going into this building is going to be a challenge on that corner too. We're going to have duplicate challenges here. I want to take that. Whoops, apparently I have a full inventory. Okay. So I want to just create a quick, where's the center? Oh, there it is. Right there. I just kind of wanted to get a walkway out here, but I know I don't have enough blocks on me. Yeah, I know what those things are called. So you can see here's why this is going to be such a problem child for us. So that'll give us a little bit of a working area. Yeah, at least enough for me to walk on and place blocks to get out to that silo for. There we go. So I can do this. We know how wide it's going to be already. Shift over. I hope I brought enough with me. Anyways, so you get the idea, hopefully, of what we're trying to do here. Oops, 2, 3, 2, 3. I'm running low on slabs. I may have to go back and revisit my crafting bench. But hey, that'd be fun without it. 2 and 3. Yeah, we gotta go back. Okay, so we're gonna get this walkway put together. That's more than enough. Oh gosh, yeah. But again, you know, looking at this challenge here, so we got to bust a few of these out. Now, I don't have a good design for the inside of the silo yet. I was still working on that. So that'll be something I'm going to have to continue to build upon. This whole floor has got to get powdered anyways with the end stone, but I want to get the wall built, which means we have to kill off some more of this. We can use that as a holding block for the moment. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's continue this pattern. Not upside down. Don't you just love it? Hang on, that was dark prismarine, right? Because it goes, let's see, what don't I need right now on my sword? Yeah, because it goes dark pris and then 2 kelp blocks, dark pris and then 2 kelp blocks. And that's the pattern that we follow all the way out to the farm. So then this becomes a stair. And then we go kelp. And then we go kelp again, right? Yeah. Yeah, because then we got to leave just enough room for our... Ooh, hang on. That can't be right. There we go. We got to make sure to include room for our crown molding. So crown molding goes right side up. You guys know that. I know that. Why'd you let me do that? All right. There we go. That's better. Right? Yeah, there we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a minute and get this built, and we'll be right back. All right, so we've got the first one done. Gives us 2. Let's kind of take a look here. It's about the same width, again, because it's built at an angle. The only thing I don't like so far is this. I don't like how this comes to a sharp point. Maybe I need to block this one out and bring it in one. I'm not too sure yet. Going out, that's kind of what it looks like going back into the tunnel. It is a little bit different because it's an angle, because it doesn't come in that solid block of 3 over there. You know, it's a little bit more challenging. So I may play around with it a little bit more. But at least now I know what this is going to look like, and we can get to building the other 6. So I'm going to get started on those, and we'll see in a bit. All right, guys, so we have now finished every single one of these. We've gone in and platformed the floor to stop any type of mob spawning until we actually build the farm. Then we'll add light. I did make a change on this end. You can see I kind of went with a ceiling level to that instead. I think it's a much nicer, cleaner look, and kept the other ones pretty much the same. The straight 90 degree coming out of center. Pretty much the same thing here. So it's the same tunnel you saw before. Same thing. All the floors are completely platformed. Same entrance, and excuse me, same exit. It is a little bit different just with the stairs at the bottom there, because in the diagonal ones, it does come out to the pillars where it kind of stops like about there. And I haven't found a clean way to do it yet. You know, let me kind of show you what I'm talking about here. We'll kind of sneak back into another one. All right, we're not really going to sneak to my base. We don't have to sneak it to my base. But here's where I ended it coming out, whereas this one goes around the corner. To match it up, it didn't look good. I really did not like how going around the corner with the baseboard, you know, the stairs around the corner look. It just wasn't clean. Sorry. It just wasn't a clean look to it. So we're going to leave it like this, I think. But now these are all completely sealed. we're going to start building farms in here. But I think the next big project we're going to undertake is actually going to be a villager farm and a villager breeder, really. And I've got my own design based on probably the compilation of just years in the game and looking at a couple of other designs and kind of redoing it a little bit to fit what I'm going to need it to do. And so I think that's going to be our next episode. We'll be working on that in the meantime here. Oh boy, I can't see me. Where am I? There we are. All right, we're back in the light. I think we're going to wrap this one up. We got, like I said, all the towers are done, the tunnels are done, the designs are in place, everything's ready to go. Up top, we still have to do the bridges. We still have to do the, I'm going to call them, lack of a better word, the small domes on top of each tower, as well as the center dome. And I've kind of started working on clearing that mob farm that was up top, the old-fashioned closed box 8x8 with the trap doors. That one's most of the way has been cleared already. That's going to go off on the next episode and be completely gone so we can put the dome in place. But I think the villager breeder has to be the next source because I need to get some farmers for the carrot and potato farms that are going to be going in shortly. I still have to decide if a tower will be 100% potato and carrot or if it's going to be a mix thereof. I've got the design running in creative mode just to get an idea, single player world, not really creative, but it's a single player world where I'm in creative. But anyways, working on that. So that's kind of what we're going to focus on here next. So if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you stopping by. If you would consider subscribing and turn on those notifications so when you get a new video to watch, you're able to come in and see it. Other than that, I thank you. And always, when you're playing Minecraft, you got to remember, you got to go boomer or you got to go home. We'll see you later.